What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into this, Patreon description down below. Not the last video I did, but the video before that I recorded. I don't really think it's that much of a big of a deal, but somewhere, I won't say where, so because I don't want to give that much of a hint. But basically, there was a thing from YouTube itself saying you speak about this topic that there's consequences. So, unfortunately, we can't just speak about normal things. So, Patreon description down below, as well as, some other things. Main channel, reactions, full, uncut, early access. What the fuck? You got a hair? Anyways, but that's besides the point of this video. This video is talking about stop supporting greed. Now, what do I mean by this? Now, we could talk about video games like Call of Duty, or we could talk about like Disney, how Disney is instead of trying to make a good story, they're just trying to throw out any and everything that they can. Now, and it's like they don't really have to do that much. They already got people there. Like, let's say we're talking about Star Wars. Listen, if you gotta get a couple people, like if you can't just have a singular person, you can have Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau. Man, throw Sam Witwer in the mix too. You can have these people who are actually passionate about the franchise actually map out where y'all need to go. And not just passionate, knowledgeable. But everyone just gets in. Marvel's not the same after Endgame, but y'all still going to see the movies. It's like the oh, y'all are still making these Fast and Furious movies. Now listen, I seen maybe I don't know which ones they were, but maybe half the movies of like Tokyo Drift or the second one, or I don't know. See, I don't even know. Like, I don't remember any storyline. It was literally when they came out. Y'all know about On Demand? Y'all don't know. If you're young, you don't know about it. But I might have seen it on Demand, or maybe it just came on and randomly on the channel, and I checked out some of it. But only movies from that franchise I've seen in its entirety is the seventh one, because of the death of Paul Walker, and Hobbs and Shaw, because I like Jason Statham. Jason Statham is probably one of my favorite action movie actors, and The Rock was in it. I like The Rock, and I mess with Idris Elba. And then plus I think at that time, I was still watching wrestling, and I was like, oh, Roman Reigns in the mix, and we can have this little, you know what I'm saying, it's cool, like, in lore we're family, like, no, in that universe we're family, and then outside, like, in the real world we're family. I was like, okay, that's a cool little, scenario. But people don't really say stop making them, but this isn't a more lighthearted thing. Or y'all are still making these movies? Well, yeah, if y'all keep going to see them, they're going to keep making the movies. I didn't like Transformers movies. I rather like to see hand-to-hand combat. I like Jason Statham. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like the hand-to-hand combat moves. I don't like big machineries and explosions and shit like that. Like, so I don't go and show support to those movies. That's not what I want to see. It's supply and demand. So when you when you supply them with the money, they're going to give you the supply of product because they think that's the demand. They're not, oh, what are they saying in the YouTube comments? No. Now they might take notice and da-da-da-da, and that's like if a movie makes $1 billion, and you got some dislikes and people are saying blah blah blah, they're gonna try to They're not gonna be like, let me go through all these and see why this person blah 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 blah. Or if they do, they might see this one or two or three people saying something completely ignorant and be like, oh, that's what y'all think. For prime example, we're still talking about Disney, Captain Marvel. Me personally, Captain Marvel was just all right to me. I didn't hate it. I didn't dislike it. It was just, I just walked in. Oh, laugh here and there. Ooh, that was cool. Oh, that was kind of badass. But I never was like, woo, or never like, come on, bruh. But they want to say, sexist, this, that, and the third. Same thing with, like, for instance, look, listen, it was a good moment. Now, I don't know if the PR team was behind, I didn't know if the PR team was behind the camera with a sniper to her head, but one of my crushes was Daisy Ridley. Until we get to the last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker, and the reason I say, like, I don't know if it's because now she's kind of coming out and like talking about, you know, the disappointing blah blah blah, but blaming it on like because people don't like to see, no. Force Awakens, I liked Rey and Finn. I just, you know, she was just kind of already to a level where you beat the main basically antagonist of the film. And then, you know, people have different issues with Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker, but they wanna say, oh, it's because there's a woman, blah blah blah. Now, I'm thinking, because I can't remember specifically, I'm just trying to think of the timeline when I wrote this maybe a week ago to make this video. Speaking of, no, I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even say that. Like, I probably seen your face a couple times and then that was it. But we got Rachel Zegler, like, Zegler, whatever, I don't know. But, you know, she's a beautiful young lady. We can never coexist ever. I would never want to be in the same room with her just because of how she's acting when it comes to the, like, I wanted to listen. People was talking about the YA genre. I liked the YA genre. So when we talking about this, hold up, you're bringing a new Hunger Games, a prequel. Okay, let me see what's going on. And I literally wrote it on my calendar. So then we got this thing going on with Snow White. Then she's saying this and then saying this about the Hunger Games now. Like, bro, you're literally doing the opposite of good, like, of promoting your film. Listen, I was never going to see Snow White. Now, I'm not one of these people that says, stop making remakes, but make them correctly. I'm all for the, like, listen, I did a little quick video or stream. I don't remember talking about I was talking about other things. One of them was the Marvels. I kind of want to see it. Even though, you know, the dislikes are saying a different thing on the video, but, on the trailer video. But, for instance, okay, so I was talking about Harry Potter. I'm excited for that. I want to see the films in a series form so you can get, you know, more of the story. Now, granted, I don't think I'm gonna be excited for that Headless Hunt storyline. That was kind of a chore to get through that chapter or two. But besides that, maybe a couple things here and there. I'm excited to see everything completely adapted. But J.K. Rowling, I've been behind your back. Do not make Hermione black. Why is this such a hard thing to follow? Actually, to drive the point even further, when people, oh, you just don't want to blah blah blah. Give an example. Top 10 characters of 2022 on my channel. Who was on there? Negan. Ranking main characters tier list. Who was towards the top? Negan. Now, one of my biggest things. Now this one's me. This one's this one's me to this extent. But let's say there's a person who looks just like the source material, and the person who doesn't really look like the source material. This person is giving S tier acting, and this person is giving A tier acting. They're not the greatest, but they're pretty good. I want to go with this person. We could make another role for you. You're so good. But this person is also good, just not as good as that other person, but they look like the source material. Especially when it's affects the story. Like for instance, Negan, Jeffrey D. Morgan, you're cool, but if you say give me your shit and you're by yourself, nigga, back up. Negan in the comic, he built like these. Okay, yes sir, here you go. But people constantly, anytime something happens, oh, but you still go and see the. Now it's different. Like for instance, if we're talking Star Wars, you completely hated Force Awakens, and you went to see the Last Jedi, thinking maybe it could be a little better. That's different. But hated Force Awakens, hated the Last Jedi. Oh, I'm gonna go see the Rise of Skywalker. Hated too. Nigga, what did you expect? Well, granted, they probably, if they did the right thing, they would have had these shits planned out. But let's say we continue from that. Let's say, okay, Mandalorian, okay, that eases my pain a little bit. Book of Boba Fett ruins. Obi-Wan Kenobi ruined, and you're just going through all these series and you hate all of them. Why are you continuously giving them the money? Speak with your wallet. Don't speak with words like they're not on Reddit forums talking about the product. Now some businesses might have like a little, certain team to kind of like, see what's going on. And Disney probably has that, like if it's something like too crazy, like, oh, this person has this certain stigma, we shouldn't hire them, you know. But besides that, they're not out here on Reddit and YouTube comments looking at what you're saying. You gotta speak with your wallet. Now, I was talking about video games. I think this is what made me put this on the thing, but I just had to have Disney in there because they've been going crazy for the last like 5 years on some dumb shit. We could probably say 6 or 7, but I was thinking about this because I did it on Game and Channel description down below. It was like Fortnite. There's another multiplayer game, and then I think I did Telltale's The Expanse. And there's certain times when they artificially add something to make you play the game longer. Like, for instance, with Fortnite, pet pet wolves, blah blah blah. They'll add that thing, that challenge in there for you to get XP. And me, I'll just go and I'll just do my challenges every day and just like I don't sit there and play for hours. I'll just do my challenges every day just to get the skins through the battle pass. But you add this challenge in here, and I was kind of annoyed. I'm like, yo, take the wildlife in here. Take the wildlife off. They're annoying. Now I can never find a single wolf. Looking at YouTube videos, where do you find them? They're here. Yeah, I went there. They're usually there, but they're not there anymore. Oh, why? Ride a raptor through here. So now 30 niggas is landing at the same spot. No raptors are there. Can't even find an egg. Bro. But anytime I'm trying to get to the zone and I'm like trying to sneak, ooh, hold up, there's 2 people there. Okay, let me see how I'm gonna maneuver this. Here come a raptor. Ugly ass, man, hell on my way, bruh. But soon as I need a challenge, niggas is nowhere to be seen. And listen, best believe, there was no gaming channel. Listen, you would have instantly got off my my system. I think I deleted Fortnite like 10 times, bitch. But yeah, um, this is not really like me trying to like go and it's just kind of I just find it funny that people expect YouTube comments to be like the deciding factor on something. I'm not going to like if I don't support if an artist that I used to like is going down a different path that I can't mess with. They're doing like satanic songs and themes and stuff like that. And okay, you talk about a satanic song, well, not even satanic song, but like, let's say for instance, people say like, "I'll send them demons on you." Like, obviously they're not talking about, it's just a figure of speech. So okay, you do that little video and it's kind of like running with that. I'll send the demons on you type shit. But if you really got some, you know what I'm saying, and you keep going down that path, I'm not rocking with it. I'm not going to your concert. I'm not going to download your album. I don't rock with that. But niggas be like, "Oh, listen to this song. Can you stop making this music? Nigga, that's not gonna change nothing." I think the reason why I put Disney is because like people talking about the remakes and blah blah. I guarantee you. Because look how much money, you know what I'm saying? Even though it took a little hit of what they're expecting, look how much money the Little Mermaid made. Y'all was doing all that crying, but you still saw the movie though. You still saw the movie though. And when I say these certain things, I'm talking about the corporation. So no disrespect to, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Halle, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how her acting skills is, but you know what I'm saying? She got them vocals. Now if you listen, if you did an animated a remake of the animated, like updated the animation, like with new voices, and she was the voice actress, no problem. Listen, if who's one of the biggest characters of all time? Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, white. The voice of Darth Vader, black. I don't care, bro. It's a voice, but the physical, like that, I need the consistency there. Now, changing a feature here and there, if you make it match, like for instance, speaking of Harry Potter again, you have your mother's eyes. Okay, Daniel Radcliffe's he was had allergic reaction to the contacts. Okay, cool. But you got an actress to play his mother with different color eyes. So now you're just lying. They don't even have the same eyes. Not only do they not have the same color as the source material, the actor and for Harry Potter and the actress for Lily Evans did not have the same eye color. So if it's something like you gotta dye, like for instance, no one has silver white hair like the Targaryens. They got the wigs. Or if you need a redhead, like Scarlett Johansson, you know what I'm saying? Now, granted, they changed it a little later on, but you know, what I mean, it's not, different hair colors, cool. Do what you want to do. But yeah, it was just mainly just talking about like people constantly bitching about a certain thing and still going to pay that thing. Just make it make sense.